So here, as you walk along the towpath, I'm going north here towards Wurtsboro. We're just south of the town of Wurtsboro, named for Morris and William Wirtz, John Wirtz, the progenitors of the D&H Canal, very important people. Without Morris, there would never have been a D&H Canal. Now, maybe I have the benefit of knowing what was here, but if you notice here, we've got a section of the canal bed widens way out. In the course of building the canal, they would get these sections that would just naturally jut into the hillside, if you will. And rather than following them slavishly, well, they couldn't, you know, the boats being 75 foot long to begin with. You had to straightaways, basically. But you'd have these spots, like this right here, where you've got, it's a little wider, a naturally occurring basin. And these basins would then very often become, at the very least, in the case of this one, this is Graham's Basin, just north of Graham's Dry Dock, hugging up along the side of this hill. The maps don't show that much in the way of activity along in here. Very often when a basin was here, industries would take advantage of the fact that there was a basin. But this basin just probably was just a spot for canalers to put up at night. Some worked all night, but the canal company, towards the end in particular, encouraged you to rest your animals and yourselves. They actually found they worked better, not surprisingly. There's a testimony in the PA coal case about that. Beautiful fall day here, late fall, coming into December. So I don't know if it's as obvious to you as it is to me, but that whole big area would have been a big basin area. We're in the 17-mile summit level, a long stretch where you could have gone all night because you wouldn't have to bother a lock tender anywhere in here. But I have to imagine that this was a spot where boats, as well as the dry dock, I suppose people, if it wasn't in use, might have been able to pull boats there. But here's a spot where canalers could put up for the night, stop for a meal. I don't know. I have a feeling they didn't stop for meals. But here we are in a beautiful part of New York State's wildlife lands. So this is open to all you and I. The access to this is just before the eastbound lane of Route 17, someday to become I-86. And you pull over right there and just walk down what I'm told was the original ramp, but then they left that for folks like you and I to come and take a look at what is left of the canal here. And there's a few different things that were here. This would have been a pretty decent sized basin. You could have fit wow, I have to think 5, 8, I guess I could measure it off the maps to even figure it out. It's holding some water today. Not always the case in the canal, but this stretch here. It's also holding tires, much to the, I wonder how much garbage got dumped into the canal after the canal era. So the other cool thing that we've got right here, and those of you who have seen more of my Where is Our Historian video, I've spoken about this before, but you're seeing the sign of the enlargement. So I'm up on the 1850 post-enlargement towpath, but right down there, there's another ledge. Let's see if I can maybe if I swing over this way, it'll be a little more apparent. I can't see it, but hopefully you can. There's a, I get my finger in there. There's the earlier towpath from the pre-1850 enlargement. When they made it wider, they've moved a towpath here. Very, very clear sign of the two towing paths here at Graham's Basin on the D&H Canal.